Welcome to the Zaleski Sports Show, NFL Ups and Downs, Week 2. I'm your host, Jason Zaleski, and we are joined, as always, by AFC expert and NFL observer, Jamie Zaleski. Jamie, how you doing today?
Doing great. Feeling good after a Titans victory on Sunday.
All right, good. Well, we're glad to have you. And we're joined by radio host and host of the Doug Zaleski Show on WXFN 102.9 and 1340 AM, Doug Zaleski. Doug, what's going on?
Not much. I'm feeling good. I'm coming off a victory in one of my pick'em pools in the NFL, so things are moving forward.
All right, well, everybody's in a great mood, so I think we're going to have a great show, so we'll get right into it. On NFL Ups and Downs, we go around the horn, each of us picking an NFL up and an NFL down, and we'll talk about it and have some fun. So we are joined first by Jamie. Jamie, give us your NFL up.
All right, so my up this week is actually today, Tom Brady had his new book come out called The TB12 Method, which is all about an active lifestyle. And so at 40 years old in week 2, he was still killing it out there. Against the Saints, he had 447 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, completed 75% of his throws, and had a passer rating of 140. So for being 40 years old, that's pretty outstanding.
Yeah, outstanding. All right, give us your unoutstanding down.
Well, that's going to be the Seattle offense and their offensive line. They have struggled now for 2 weeks in a row. They finally scored a touchdown in the 7th quarter of the season. The offensive line has given up sacks. Russell Wilson is not looking great. They don't have a running game. Eddie Lacy was inactive. And after seeing the Packers get slaughtered by the Falcons on Sunday night, it makes me think that Seattle's offense is not great, and it was not the Packers' defense, as Doug said last week.
Wow, okay, he slides in a Packers dig. You got to like
zinger,
that.
Big zinger.
Doug, what about Jamie's ups and downs?
No quarrel. They're fine.
Okay.
So, real nice zinger. I jotted that one down.
Yeah, keep that one at the top of the list for future use, for sure. All right. I guess I don't really have much of an issue there either. Tom Brady, certainly. Seems like he's could have expired by now. A lot of NFL players do. Forget about quarterbacks. Just a lot of NFL players expire even by 30. So to be 40, certainly a good thing for Mr. Brady. And I've got more on the Seahawks coming up, so we'll wait for that in just a bit. All right, Doug, we're going to you for your NFL up.
Okay, the NFL up for me this week is Kareem Hunt, running back for the Kansas City Chiefs, a rookie out of the University of Toledo in the Mid-American Conference. I saw Kareem Hunt play the last 3 years. This really isn't a fluke. This guy is talented. He's off to a great start. I believe he scored 5 touchdowns so far. He had 2 touchdowns last week for the Chiefs and a win over the Eagles. And this guy can ball. He's probably a surprise nationwide, but as I said, I've seen him, and he's a quality back. He led the Mid-American Conference in rushing last year, so Kareem Hunt making a splash.
Yeah, all right. Your NFL down.
Well, I could go in a lot of different areas here. I could take the low-hanging fruit with Zeke Elliott, but I'll pass on him. My down is the Chicago Bears, and specifically the Chicago Bears offense, if you want to call it that. Last week against Tampa Bay on the road, the first 4 Bears possessions on offense resulted in an interception, a fumble on a muffed punt, a lost fumble on a sack, and a pick-6 interception. 4 possessions, the Bears are down 23-0. Bear down, Chicago.
Yeah, no doubt. Bad news, Bears. Jamie, what do you think about Doug's up and down?
My fantasy football team scouting department told me about Kareem Hunt, and I drafted him in the 8th round, and he is definitely providing points for me. So I'm all for the up on that one. And the Chicago Bears offense being the down, I would say if they have Kendall Wright as their number 1 wide receiver, they are a down.
Yeah. Slim pickings in Chicago right now. Mitchell Trubisky there probably chomping at the bit to get into, I don't know, at least a neutral effect there at quarterback. It certainly can't get much worse on offense for the Bears. Yeah, Kareem Hunt. In this particular Zaleski house, Kareem Hunt has been the talk for the last week and a half. My wife Rachel had Kareem Hunt on her fantasy football team, still has. Had him week 1, didn't start him, didn't know who he was. Scored 40 points in week 1, and she was regretting it the whole time and couldn't wait for 10 days to go by to get Kareem back in the game and put him back in. And her team, Shake and Bake, I think fared okay. So Kareem Hunt, big fantasy superstar. Check him out on social media. He's had a lot of fun one-liners about fantasy football and why people should have played him. So he's having some fun with it.
Appreciated him in week 1. I did start him, so.
Kareem Hunt, no surprise here in Middletown, USA.
Yeah, good. All right. Okay, well, my NFL up is the AFC West. And all I can say is, wow. Just when people might have thought the Oakland Raiders could run away with the AFC West, the Chiefs and the Broncos said, hold on a second, Raiders. We're also in this AFC West, and all three of those teams tied at 2-0. The AFC West is going to be a fun division to watch all year long. All three of those teams can score. All three of those teams have a pretty good defense. And even in Oakland, there could be some sort of a kicker battle brewing. And you know, when you're fighting for kicker spots, if that's the big concern, you're usually doing pretty good on offense. So my NFL up is AFC West. And I still think the Chargers will win a couple games. They're 0-2 right now. But certainly those are the three teams leading the way, including the Denver Broncos putting the hurt on the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday, 42-17. My NFL down, and Jamie, you're all over this one, is the Seattle Seahawks. After scoring 12 points last week on the road against Green Bay, they decided to win a game. And, okay, let's give them credit for winning. They scored 12 points against the San Francisco 49ers, who 49ers may have the first pick in the draft next year. So you get a home game and you toss up 12. It counts in the win standings, but that is a bad football team. Doug, thoughts on my NFL ups and downs?
No quarrel there either. The Seahawks definitely off to a slow start. They were probably the NFC favorite, or certainly one of the three favorites from the NFC to go to the Super Bowl. They look a long, long way from the Super Bowl, but it's early. The AFC West, yes, very strong. I do think Oakland, when all is said and done and the dust settles out there, I think Oakland will definitely be the class of the AFC West.
Yeah, going to be a fun division race to watch. That'll be one to keep an eye on in 2017. Jamie?
Yeah, I mean, I agree record-wise. Three teams being 2-0 is pretty impressive, and the Chargers were in both of their games that they lost. So I'm not as sold on the Broncos right now. I think the Chiefs and the Raiders are definitely Super Bowl contenders, though, right now. And as far as the down, Seattle offense, I concur with you there. I expect after this week they'll be 1-2 and probably ready to pack it in for the year.
Oh boy, yeah, boy. Well, and to juxtapose the AFC West with the NFC West, I think the NFC West could be a pretty bad division this year.
Bold statement there, Jamie. Packing it in after week 3.
Go big or go home.
Okay.
Well, and Jamie, I'll disagree on the Broncos. You could beat the Dallas Cowboys 42-17. You get a blue ribbon from me.
Okay.
So. All right. Okay, well, that'll do it for this week's Week 2 NFL Ups and Downs. Jamie, thanks again for being here.
Tighten up, baby.
Tighten up for Jamie down in Fishers, Indiana. Titans territory, apparently. All right. And Doug, we mentioned the radio show, Doug Zaleski Show. Tell us more about that and where we can find you on social media.
Yeah, Doug Zaleski Show, Monday through Friday, 3 o'clock Eastern Time, 2 o'clock Central. You can dial it up at 102.9 FM, 1340 AM. If you're watching from out of the area, WXFN.com on the World Wide Web. And you can follow me on Twitter at Doug Zaleski, Facebook, Doug Zaleski Show. So a lot of opportunities there if you want to check it out.
All right. Again, thanks both to Doug and Jamie for being here. The Zaleski Sports Show can be found on Facebook at Zaleski Sports Show. And on Twitter at Zaleski Sports, www.zaleskisportshow.com. We will see everybody next time. Have a good week.